Welcome back to my latest straight pool breakout review. Tim here to break it all down for you. Smash the like, sub to the channel, share with anyone that might be interested in the nonsense that I talk on a daily basis, and comment down below. A pretty good break here. Let's see, 6 ball here. I think I want to break those ones up a little bit. Worked out pretty good. A little risky, and you hit it that hard coming back. You end up down table in no man's land a lot of the time. But here it's like now everything's kind of wide open. So I'm just gonna float this 3 ball in and just leave it right there for the 5. Why not? It takes a little self-confidence to be able to hit a shot like that at that speed. But you gotta have a flat table. And some people only like to hit long straight shots with like a full stroke. But there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to hit it soft if you need to. Of course, that one wasn't like, super long or difficult. I'm just saying. Okay, that was a nice lead there. Just kind of go in between those balls. I actually thought that one might go into the 8 and the 13 there, but wouldn't like mess anything up too bad. I might as well get the 6 out of the way since it's blocking the 13 ball there. And I actually meant to set this up for the 15, the stripe one there, but I went too far with it. And here I got option of the 1 ball. I got the 12. I could hit down in the corner. Is that the 12 or the 14? Well, the 12 or the 14, either one of those. Or the 10, I think, is the one in the middle there on the spot. But I actually thought about going for the 10 since I could just hit it soft and leave it up here for this stripe one up on the top rail. But I was like, nah, there's no point in taking a shot that there's a good chance I'd miss when... the only thing I didn't like about the 1 is I didn't want to go into these other balls that are wide open and already have a pocket, because if I hit into the 8 and the 13 ball there from this angle, it'll just like tie everything up. But I figured, you know what, I can just do that. It's super soft, just tap it in. And then I always have that insurance ball on the side. But here I have the 10 ball I can hit in, so a lot of this is mental. You got to be able to make good decisions and just think about like the full, all your options as far as speed. Is it possible to hit it softly enough to just kind of put it where you want without having it go out of control? So you got to think about those things. Here, I actually want to hit this one into the corner and just kind of float it over along the top rail here. I think this one went up into the ball, though. I should have used it to draw. But that worked out anyway. But I'm going to have to think about that in the future. And here, again, I don't want to... Well, yeah, same idea as that other time I was up on the rail. Like, I can go into the 13 and the 8 from this angle, and it won't be a disaster. For the most part, I still have the ball in the side pocket, if nothing else. And I should have hit that maybe just a little harder. It would have been good on those two. Now I do have to use my insurance ball there. Yeah, if I would have went a few more inches, it would have been good to go. But so here, this is just low left. I'm gonna cut it in, let it come back off a couple rails here and back up. It's basically perfect, I think. Basically perfect. Now this one, yeah, I got the, what is that, the 1 ball or 9? Can't really tell, but if I hit that in, then I'm just like putting myself further away from my other balls, so I don't want to do that. I'll just leave it there for now. I want to hit this 11 ball in, but I got to put a stroke on it, so I'm going to put a little more chalk on here and try to put a nice straight stroke on this with a lot of draw. Which makes me a little nervous. I mean, I've gotten a little better at these. You get better at everything over time. So yeah, that was pretty nice. I mean, I was kind of in a weird spot where I didn't, like, it would have been obviously better if I would have came back further, but you know, if I don't have the ability to smash it and have it come all the way back without risking missing the shot, then sometimes you just gotta roll with what you can do. Nevertheless, now I gotta try to cut this one in. Which is not a real easy shot, actually. It's a pretty wide cut here. And then setup too, you don't necessarily want to hit it too hard. I gotta put a lot of draw on this so it doesn't scratch in the corner. Yeah, so I'm gonna take my time on this one. Yeah, so that was nice. It worked out perfectly. And so this one here, actually following on this one might have been better in hindsight. So I try to draw this one back out to the middle of the table. And problem is, like, to hit it hard enough to get it to draw, you have to, it would go too far. You know, you actually risk scratching in the other side pocket. But I didn't really want to use low left. I felt like I'd miss it, maybe. So my speed was fine, but when you don't hit it hard enough, then it's not still backspinning by the time it gets to the object ball, so you don't end up with draw. That's the problem. So in that spot, it probably would have been worth using low left English on it. I just got to be able to, you know, have confidence in myself to make that shot. You can see I'm a little frustrated because, yeah. I mean, you can't play hope pool. You know, you gotta deal with the physical realities of the situation. I'm gonna try to just, I guess there's still possibility of cutting this 8-ball into the side. I'm going to use draw to like come around with three rails for the leave. Okay, there it is. That's 4 rails. So, not the prettiest way to finish the rack off, but whatever works. And here, yeah, I just use a slight amount of top spin on this shot here to go into the rack. That's about the best I could do. Maybe just like middle ball maybe would have worked too, but I don't know. I kind of like a little top on this just to give it a little more power and go straight into the middle of the stack and break it up. But I always hate the cue ball being left kind of up above the stack, up this way. So that's the only risk. Yeah, see, so case in point, I don't have a shot now because of the top spin. So, and I mean, I've gone through that before too, where instead of using, draw, I've done that and then end up kind of stuck up here and no way to get out of. Once you get up along the top rail, it's like being in jail, and you gotta like figure out an escape route. So yeah, usually it seems like using draw on the break shots a lot of times tends to be the way to go, to kind of keep the cue ball back toward the middle of the table. I mean, it broke out nicely, but everything is kind of like blocking each other. So I'll try to hit this one in. Again, I don't really have space on this side of the table. I'm up against a wall and my cue's long. Actually, yeah, I came somewhat close to making that. Scratch.